A lot of different groups say all different things about soil health, but the way I think about it is I think about it in terms of human health too. When you're feeling sick, you don't feel well, you have low energy, you're usually not wanting to eat, you have low nutrients. It's kind of the same with the field and the soil. So if you have poor soil health, you're not gonna have the right nutrients, you're not feeding your crops the way that you want, you're gonna have low energy, you're not gonna be vigorous. Are you doing what you can to keep the soil here and not have it erode, not have it degrade? Are you keeping the right nutrients in? Are you feeding it? And so this whole project and what WaSHI stands for is everything we're doing, we want to make it relatable to the grower.
Do you talk to your plants?
I do.
Hey.
I do talk to my plants. I'm surprised you didn't hear me. I wasn't sure if you were recording, but I was babying them, telling them they're looking good. I don't play them classical music. Instead, they hear my books on tape, or they're going to be smart little vines. This group was funded by the Washington State Legislature to look at these different management practices in cropping systems all throughout Washington. So one of these is the wine. We are the second largest wine grape producers in the US, aside from California. There are a lot of eyes are on this project to understand how can we make changes in our field to better improve our health for the longevity of it, the sustainability of it, but also keep the yields that we want, the great quality that we want. What are we doing and how can we make sure that we're doing the right practices in the field, but still getting the end goal that we need? If you kind of look at the field as if it's a big box, each of those sections has the 5 replicates, these 5 different treatments. Cover crops, for example, compost for synthetic nitrogen, soil moisture. These are the things that we know growers are actually interested in. For these vines, new vines, which is what we have back here, irrigation is really important. So I need to make sure that my vines are reaching a certain amount of water to keep them thriving. They have to constantly be at what we call field capacity. And so I need to make sure that I'm feeding them as much water as they can handle until they reach a certain growth. And then I need to make sure that it just stays in a steady level between what we call field capacity and then permanent wilting point. So just kind of the available water. But also with growers, they add a different level and they want to do deficit irrigation. And so that will allow the vines to kind of stress and the roots to pull out and pull water from different places and really build that root zone, which will be important later on as if we get drier climates, have less water. But you got to know what those levels are. So what we're looking at is how this moisture content differs between these different treatments and then also different varieties. So we have Cabernet Sauvignon, it's a red grape, and then we have Chardonnay, which is a white grape. So what we have in our field is 120 Terros 11 moisture sensors, and we also have 21 ZL6 data loggers. So these data loggers connect to the north and south side of our field. So we have 3 ports and moisture sensors going to the north side, which is one type of treatment, and then 3 going to the south, which is another type of treatment. Each treatment has 3 depths. So it goes 15 centimeters, 45 centimeters, and then all the way down to 75 centimeters, because we want to look at not just the immediate surface, but our root zones will go down a little bit further. And so we can correlate what we're seeing with our soil analysis with also the water content. And can we see how the water moves and how the roots interact possibly with the water, especially in these different treatments? Does cover crop have an impact? Does bare ground have an impact? Being able to measure that is extremely important to show what this data is and what the results will be for better recommendations. We also have a Atmos weather station, kind of set in the middle, and they tie in and connect and talk to each other, which is really helpful because being able to look at how much evapotranspiration we have versus our depletion rates and infiltration rates, that kind of helps us figure out what we want to water. As we fill up the profile, what is the field capacity? Like, what can our soil hold as it kind of drains? What does that look like? What is that depletion rate? And being able to use those calculations to be able to refill our system to where we need it. Last year, we didn't look at the data too much, and I ended up not watering enough. I tried to keep it at a certain level, what I thought was a level, and it wasn't enough for the grapes. So then this year, I'm like, okay, I am diving into every single sensor. I am looking at the data we have, and being able to do that and to see the differences in each of our blocks and each of the depths all across the field has been instrumental in keeping the vineyard healthy and thriving. Like what we see here is because I was able to water correctly by actually looking at the data, interpreting it, and then using what I see to adjust my irrigation scheduling. And so now I need to be able to look at the graphs and the data and to figure out, okay, well, what is our available water content? Which is extremely easier to do now that I actually see the data, know how it works, and have it calculated out.